So in this video, we will get back to our timber frame garden shed woodshed project. I have finally got all of the major framing members cut. You can see here all of my knee braces are cut and shaped. I've got one coat of oil finish on everything, and we are finally ready for the fun part, which is raising the frame. So, let's get started. So taking a closer look here, despite having applied heavy pressure, I couldn't get it to quite seat. And if you look, the brace is seated here and here. I think I need to take 1/8 of an inch off that brace so it'll seat. I hope that's not true of every brace, but it's true of this one. Now it's seated. Let's try standing up and see how close we get to the hole. Probably want to be standing on this thing. Sorry, come up. Alright, so far we've got one wall up on the frame. It's actually this back wall of the shed is up. And now what I think I'll do is I'm going to put up the 3 bents. And then once the 3 bents are up, we're going to put on the beam. So what I have here are all the frame components for the first bent, which is the one with the window built into it. We're going to put all those parts together. The other thing is when I put up the first wall, the back wall, I didn't pre-drill through the mortises. When we raised the sauna, our process was we first pre-drilled the holes through the mortises, then we put all of the members together, and then once everything was all tightened up with the straps and squared up, then we drilled the peg holes. So I think, and I really think the only big advantage to pre-drilling the mortises is it's just less drilling to do out standing there with your arm over your head. It makes it more convenient to work on the surface. I'm not doing any draw bore tenoning with this approach because it's just too much work. You've got to put everything together, mark your tenons with the holes drilled through the mortises, pull everything apart, offset when you drill the tenons, put everything together, and then drive them. It's probably better, but it's so much work on a big frame to put it all together, pull it apart, mark the tenons, put it together again. I think I'll just skip it and do it the way we did on the sauna. That's obviously weathering just fine. And actually it's what Tom Healy, our instructor at the North House Folk School, recommended anyway. So anyway, let's get started with drilling some holes. Alright, so here we're looking down at one of my mortise pockets on my upper plate here. I have a 5.5 inch beam, 5.5 inch wide tenon that's going in down here. So 2 3/4 from one edge is center. I want to come 1.5 inches in. Just use the width of the leg of the framing square for that. So there's where we're going to drill our hole. Grab my little guide here, just eyeballing down to the mark I just made. Gone through the other side, and then now we'll just use the hole. I know about where it is by the length of the bit, but I go by feel when I feel the, there you go, I feel the tip of the drill poking through the other side. We'll flip the beam over. Find the little hole that's poked through the other side, tip of the beam there. Up the hole nice and clean on both sides. Okay, so we got all the holes drilled through the mortises for all of the beams. Now we've just got this one beam here that I made a mistake with when I cut it. I got to build a little 4-inch filler block for each of the mortises that got cut too long. Okay, so there now I have a little 4-inch filler block that'll go in right here. Put a little glue on each side. Not that it really matters. Pressure would mostly hold it in. And wrong way around. I got the rough side and the smooth side. I want the rough side out. That'll work. I'm not even going to bother filling in this little piece here. Nobody will ever notice it. So I also have this one tenon I messed up earlier that was offset by 1/2 inch, so I made a 1/2 inch filler plate to fill that out, so it's 1.5 inch tenon. Again, like I did with the little filler block, not real critical. little bit of glue on here. There we go. Put that in place for the moment. And since I'm going to install this probably before this glue dries, I'm going to put a couple of screws to hold it in place. I know there are screws in a timber frame building. Oh well, we all make some compromises here and there. That's a good start. There you go. Yeah. No, that's good. Alright. Let's see. I'll do this with this little one here. Pretty darn good. Next, let's stand the post up. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, you could basically have a whole circumference of hanging locations.
Yeah.
Have a window there.
A couple of bins in the back to
Exactly.
chicken feed and
I think we're about where you want to be. Nothing to it. Closer than we were last time.
Right there.
Yeah, so yours should. Yeah, beautiful. Are you super over climbing ladders and balancing on beams yet?
No, I'm comfortable with this.
I'm over it. Alright.
I've been watching you do it.
Alright, we're not far off. Already. Careful. Hey, Corey. I don't care.
We're in. They're all reasonable sentiments. Old ass crack rib father climbing around on on chains, okay? Are you this on?
Oh, this is not in yet.
Yeah, we need to come out that way.
If you just smack it, you might be able to get it.
There. Hey! Oh my god. Alright, be careful, we can strap it. I think we're good. I think we're tight.
How about the other two?
I think we're good. I think we're good across the board.
Alright, sweet.
Little squash. Bless you. Okay. I guess
The sides, the bottoms of the two bricks.
right.
But you know, I can use the stubby ones.
Yeah. That's right. That one's not going to do anything anyway. Yeah.
Ain't no.
A couple pegs out here on the dirt, on this outside dirt you can cut. Cut? Okay. So with the help of my son-in-law, my son, and a good friend, the major framing members are up. Next comes making and installing the rafters, building the roof, laying the floor deck, and installing siding. But for now, we'll end this video here. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button and subscribe so you can continue to follow this project. As always, thanks for watching.